How you doing, guys? Bioinformatics guy here with the last video of this series, Bash Essentials for Bioinformatics. In this video, I know that since this is the end of the video, you have a lot of skills and you have a lot of things that you can write on terminal, and things might start to get a little bit confusing, and typing the commands again and again could be a little bit tedious. So that's why we have this video in which you can create bash scripts. So let's get started right away. And first of all, we have to make a new folder. I just want some space which is empty. I'm gonna name this folder data again. So I will make a new directory, mkdir.data. So we can do data again. So now we are in the data folder, and inside the data folder we are again in the data folder. If I do ls, so this is an empty directory. Alright, so now we have to create some samples. So we can say for sample in 01, 02, 03, we will do echo, and then we are gonna making yeast samples, and then we will get our variable, and then we will write r1 dot fastq. Then we will type the same thing again to make the pair, and 2.q or 2. We don't need this over here. So sample underscore r1 dot fastq, sample underscore r2 dot fastq, not sastq, fastq. So this seems fine. Yes, I'm checking the spellings. We will type done. Alright, now you can see that we have the pair of yeast files. You can also increase these if you want. You just have to add 04 here, and then you will have another pair. So now what we have to do is to just type touch. Touch is the command to create a new file. So now we will hit enter, and if I do ls, we see all the files. So we were able to generate the files by using the for loop. Previously, you know that we have to type echo command again and again, and now we don't have to do it. Now we are gonna use our vi text editor, and then I'm gonna create this file echo, and I'm gonna add the extension sh. So usually the bash scripts have this extension .sh. That's what I'm gonna do as well. So this is gonna open vi. It's in the replace mode. So with the escape key, I cancel that, and now we can type our for loop here. We have to go to insert mode first by hitting I. So I will write for file in all the fast q, and then we will type this do echo, and we are gonna echo the file, and then we will type done. We will save this file with :wq after hitting the escape button, and let's just do head on this file and see if the stuff that we have written is there. So it is there, and now comes the magic moment. Now we can write bash, and then we can type the name of our file, and if we hit enter, we are able to see the printing of all of our files. Cool, right? So now rather than writing the for loop again, you can just hit this, and then you are able to run it. So I will clear up some space, and now we're going to create another script, and this is going to be known as word count. .sh. Okay, so this time we are gonna count the number of words in that file. So we will go in the insert mode. We will say for file in .fastq. Okay, and then we will do word count, and then we will type, we'll use our variable file, and then we will say done. Then we will save our file. Let's do the head on this file. Okay, so the stuff is there. Now we can run this by using the bash keyword, and you see that we have 0 0 0 0 0 0, everything 0, because these are arbitrary test files. Now we want to add some flexibility to our script. So what we can do is that we can edit this file again, and rather than doing this, taking a look at this fastq, we can use this dollar, and then we can use this at. So this at is kind of a unique thing. So with the help of this, we would be able to take a look at the parameters that will be provided while we were running the file. So this is similar to what we have learned before in Python as well. So we have saved our file. Let's take a look at the head, and we have the changes over here. Let's clear up. And this time when we want to run this file, we also have to give it an argument. And now we can give it an argument that this time we just want to see at the R1 files. So we can type r1.fastq. And if we enter, we would be counting the number of lines in the R1 file. We can also count now in R2 files. So you can see that this script is getting really handy. And then we can also change our script a little bit more. And then we can change this to, we can write to .txt. Okay, so the rest of the things stay the same. Now rather than printing, we are outputting it to the word count.txt. So if I run this file, let's try to run it with the R1 files. And now you will see that we also have this word count.txt. If we do a head on this file, we are able to see the same output. And so since we have a lot of different files now, we have the outputs, we have the scripts, we have the data, it's better to organize our project. So we will make a new folder. We will go back one directory, and we will make a new folder mkdir, and we will call it my first project. All right, so if we do ls, we have this my first project, and which is gonna be an empty. So now we can move our data folder to this my first project. And if we do ls on my first project, we see that our data folder is there. So let's clear up the space and go to this project folder. If we do ls, we have our data folder. So we have everything inside one folder. So another two important folders in a project could be the bin. Bin is for containing the binary files, or you can say the coding files or the scripts. So we have our bin directory, and then we can also create our results folder. If we do ls, now we have data, results, and we have bin. We can do ls. Now the thing is, see, we can do this ls on our data folder. We see that everything is inside the data folder, so we have to move few files. So we can move all the sh files um, to this. So there is another way to do this. So we can go to this data folder, and then we can do ls, and we can see that we have this echo.sh file and word count.sh file. So we want to move these. So we will type mv, and then we will use our wildcard.s, and then we will type the files that we want to move, and we will use our relative path double dot and then slash, and then we will hit tab to see all the folders available. So since these are sh files and we want them in the bin folder, so we will type bin and hit tab again, so it will autocomplete, and we will hit enter. If we do ls, you can see that the sh files are gone from here. So now we have this text file, and this is kind of a result that we saved. So we want to move this as well. So we will type mv word count.txt. We will go back one directory, and then we will type results. And if we hit enter and do ls, we now see that we only have the data files here. Let's go back and do ls. There is this command tree. It might work. Yeah, you might have to install this command, but this is also a really cool command. So so since we have nice organization now we can adapt our scripts. So we will go to this bin, and then we are gonna be updating our word count files. We will do vi word count.sh, and here we are gonna add the path. Okay, so yeah, we have to go in the insert mode. Once we are in the insert mode, we are gonna add this. So we are going back one directory, then we are going in the data directory, and over there we are taking a look at the file. And the results, we are also gonna be saving it in the results folder. And that is pretty much it. We will save this file. There was some problem. Yeah, I guess I hit some key on the keyboard, and that was. We can head on this file again to make sure if things are right. Yeah, you can see that the changes that I made are in the file, and we can move ahead. So now we can do bash word count, and then we are gonna be counting on the R1 files. Okay, if we hit enter, and we can cat on our results file, so you can see that this was the result from our previous run, and this is the result from our new run. So it has added the path as well. So now what we want to do is, we don't want to output all of our results in this just word count file. We want to create the count file for specific sample. So we want to create each count file for each sample. So we can update our script again. So we will go to this vi, we will go to this insert mode, and once we are in this insert mode, we can create a new line here, and then we will use this variable output, and we will use our another basic variable which is already available in the terminal, is this base name. So this base name gets the base name from the variable that we have, and yeah, one more thing. We don't have to use these curly braces. We have to use these round braces. So you will learn with the passage of time which braces we have to use each time. So we will give it our file variable, then we will give it this fast queue extension. So what this is gonna do is this is gonna get the base name from this variable file, and then this is also gonna add the suffix over here. And now we are gonna add the ending. So we are getting the base name and we are ignoring this suffix. Okay, so we have this base name from this variable and we are ignoring this suffix. So now we have the base name and then we are going to add our new suffix, which is gonna be word count dot txt. All right, so that's pretty much it that we have to change now. Now we will save this. We will head and see if it's saved. Yes, it is saved. And now it's time to run and see if it works fine. So we will do bash and then we will do word count.sh, and this time we're gonna give it yeast. We will give it all the files for R1 and Q. If we hit enter and if we do ls on in the results folder, sorry, you see it didn't work, and the thing is that we forgot one thing that we have to change over here as well. So let's go to the edit mode again, vi. So the thing is that we have this created this variable output, but we are not using it, so we have to use it. To the thing, now we are going in the same results folder, and rather than typing this name word count, we are gonna be using our variable. Oh, not like this. Yeah, and our variable name is output. This looks fine. Clear up some space and give it a try. Okay, if we do the ls on results, and this time we are able to see the files. So this is a really cool way if you want to create separate results for separate files in separate txt files. So you can do this. Let's do a cat on one of these files, yeast01. If we hit enter, we see that this result is for this specific first file in the data. Yes, with that I would like to say thank you. I hope you enjoyed this whole series. Feel free to leave the comments down below, and if you need explanation on some other tools like this awk tool, I can create a new video series on that tool. That is also gonna be really helpful. So thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below. Don't forget to check out the blog post on my website, and also you are welcome to join our community on the Facebook. Thanks again for watching. See you around next time.